3, 2, 1, 8.
All ready to get started today.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello, everybody. For the first time in a long time, welcome back to Half and Then Some. This is episode 135.
Yep.
Although, honestly, for how long we've been away, I know I've been away. I'm just trying to get my papers straight. Girl, it genuinely feels like we've been away for 2 years. But we're back in the building. I'm happy to be here. So let's get straight into introductions. I'm Kesi, aka Case Boogie in the cut.
Hey.
What to do?
Hey.
Come
it's
on.
your boy, Shammy T, you damn well nasty. Giggity.
And it's Mr. MBT, the world boss.
Why? We are back in the building.
For real.
Now, guys, we have a couple of updates, okay, before we start the festivities of this episode. So, I know what you're thinking. Kesi, it's been so long. We haven't heard from you in a long time. Is the headphones acting up for you? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
All right.
Do I turn you off in the headphones?
Yeah.
What colour are you?
No. I'm blue, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a
I
headset.
wanted to burst my eardrums.
Bang, bang.
Man said this one.
Maximum. Okay, guys. So there have been a couple of updates, which we'd like to share with you. So for those who may be wondering where we've been the last couple of weeks, myself and this fine gentleman here, Mr. MBT.
Now it's this is the very first time in a long time. This is actually
The first time.
Breaking news.
A fine gentleman.
And it will be the last time because it's come on, you saved up for later. Anyway, me and this fine gentleman here, Mr. MBT, fucked around and got engaged. Ooh, so my fiance here next to me, we are engaged, and that's what we were doing a couple of weeks ago. Hence why there hasn't been an episode. We've just been reeling in the love. You know what I mean?
And then
Basking in the ambience. Basking in the ambience.
And then shortly after, Toby fucked around and ended up in Paris and then flipping.
He went jet set in Geneva.
I just went to a few different places.
What do you mean different places?
You know?
You went to where they make that proper milk, that goat's milk.
They do.
In the Alps.
Yeah, they do good milk out there.
And he also said it's very expensive out there, so we will not be going there right now.
Those that want to fly, just do not fly to Geneva. If you do a stopover, you'll be spending £500 just to stop over. Yes.
Why are you saying really like that? Like you haven't
I
stopped over and your McDonald's is £50.
Yeah.
So
I was definitely the one to warn you. Yeah.
You didn't want to do that.
I went to McDonald's. I did. No, come on, I did.
I didn't
You
know.
did know.
I
did. I did.
I went to Geneva. Yeah. Bear in mind this. I still had braids, so this is like 20.
Lord have mercy.
So I had braids. I saw you had braids like what?
Chill, big dog.
Early
this
teens
is like
20s.
yeah. I'm like 15. I must be 15.
You had braids in 2019.
Chill, big dog. This must be like I was 15 years old, so about 14 years ago. And my Happy Meal, I got like a Happy Meal and an extra cheeseburger, £13.
Yeah,
13. That was cheap.
Your dad definitely said
That's cheap.
I told you it was 15 years ago.
That's cheap.
Wait, £13. How many of them are there? That is £60 McDonald's.
Yeah.
Look, there was two of us, on this trip.
Right.
We went to McDonald's and spent 47 francs. That was 47 francs.
Do you know one thing that really bothers me
£42.
about Switzerland? Yeah, that's a lot of money.
It's ridiculous.
Take me to Akastan if you're
What
going to do
we
that.
doing?
So what's the exchange rate?
Like, I don't know, 1 to 1
7
might
to
as well
1.
be. Yeah.
What,
Their
like-
way.
Exactly. It's on their side.
Their benefits. It's an advantage. The thing that bothers me, actually, I'll keep that for myself. I'll Google it after and I'll come back to you guys next week.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I just wanted to know why Swiss francs is CHF. But I'm assuming that maybe Swiss is spelled with a CH.
No, it's
and
not.
that's why
It's definitely
in
spelled with
Switzerland,
SW.
in Switzerland maybe.
It's definitely spelled with
I'm going to work it out. I need to understand why the CH is
It's
involved.
probably called something else. Like, it's probably actually not Swiss francs.
it's
Swiss francs
Czech-
might
Czech
be the
francs or
not Czech Republic. Why
That's
would
with
it
a
be Czech?
CZ.
Oh no, man.
Anyway.
Ask Timothy Chalamet.
Look,
Maybe he would know.
let's get started with today's episode. Timothy Chalamet.
You know Kylie Jenner's boyfriend. You know?
Oh,
Kylie
okay.
Jenny?
Jelly.
Yeah.
You don't
From the
understand. The same thing that happened to Kanye, God forbid that happened to Travis.
I mean, Travis is fine. Travis is doing well. He's got a shoe. Actually, no, he isn't because that shoe is ugly.
You saw what happened straight after. You saw what happened. That guy made himself his own Jordan.
I can't lie. He's one bad album away from getting into users territory.
Those trainers.
I'm telling you,
look
barefoot
like,
in Rome.
Remember?
Straight up, we're in trouble.
You remember what the British Knights look like?
The thing is, it's not even that it looks like British Knights. You remember GTA San Andreas, the bad graphics? That's what the shoe looks like. It looks like a bad graphic shoe. Like, what's going
Man
on
said
there?
your shoe looks like a 2004 cartoon. we're in trouble.
Quick question: do you think that guy takes cocaine?
Travis?
Who?
Yeah.
Travis Scott.
Do you know? Have you not seen him shout?
Don't you remember the song where he said that he woke up and there was white in his hair, but it wasn't lice?
There you go.
Let me tell you, it's not baking soda.
Okay. Anyway, let's start this episode.
Burger sugar.
Yeah, annihilating that middle place. Anyway, guys, let's get
Look at
started
that one
with today's
vacuum.
episode. Kai
That
Dyson,
vacuum from Teletubbies.
Henry Hoover.
They be sniffing that new too. God.
New too.
Oh man.
Jesus. All right, let's get started with today's episode. Okay, guys. We must start with what we know, okay? It's our favorite. It's been a very long time since we've done it. You know it. You love it. It's Tables Trainers.
Trainers tables.
Thank you. Now,
Wait. We need to stop doing that. I understand that Wacha's gone. We don't need to fill it with a blank.
I need to find out if
I
people
like
want
that.
what people want the Wachow back. You never asked. You just took it away.
Well,
Now,
I'm
I'm
30
happy it's
years
gone.
old.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
happy
not
it's
screaming
gone.
Wacha with the top of my lungs.
I'm happy it's
No
gone,
way.
but I do feel like we have to acknowledge its absence.
Yes,
It's not a small thing.
That's the thing.
Which has been in our life for a long time.
it's true. I feel like it has to. We have to put a plaque
Need
on the
agreement
table.
season, yeah.
R.I.P. Wachow.
Yes.
Where you used to be.
You're missing where you go.
Every time it comes up on the YouTube, R.I.P. Wachow.
Yes. Every time.
We flashback videos to Michael Wachow.
Yeah. I'm falling off a motorbike right now. Right.
Oh my god.
Let's get started. It's Tables Trainers, okay? It's been a minute, but as we draw to the end of summer, I know what you're thinking. It's so hot right now. It is very hot at the time you should be listening to this. However, we have come to the end of summer. Whatever the UK wants to call it, we have reached the end,
It's
okay?
autumn now.
It is autumn indeed. It's fall.
Technically.
So now what we have decided to do is the trainers that you see in front of you. But let me pause myself for a second. If you are listening, it will do you well to come on down to YouTube Town where you can see these trainers in a what?
In a real
Real
life.
life, come on.
A little bit of a lag there on your side.
In a real life.
But if you cannot, don't worry. We will describe to you what is on the screen today.
On YouTube.
So, on YouTube. We have... Guys, I just want to pause this for a moment. Yeah? We're just going to put everything on pause. Quick timeout. We would like to shout out Mr. MBT for starting MBT's journey. Yeah. While you are on YouTube watching us, quickly divert yourself. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Okay. Subscribe. It will be in the description below to MBT's journey. Okay. He's going to be vlogging all about his life, lessons, the journey, his running journey, bare things. MBT, do you want to talk about it a bit more?
Next thing.
Don't be shy. MBT, big shout out to you.
Rubbish.
His first week has just gone live. So check it out after this episode. Now, back to the matter.
If you have time.
Press play. You have the time. Make the time, okay? It's not
There's 24
long.
hours in a day. What are you doing? 24.
Period. It's going to be sharing some
I
real
was about
tips
to call
there.
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Oh Lord, you'll probably see some of that on there.
Gary Vaynerchuk.
100%.
Taras.
All right, back to Happy Then Some. So, Tables Trainers. Now, if you cannot come on down to YouTube Town, that's fine. I will describe what's in front of the screen today on YouTube. So now, what we have here, the trainers that we have chosen are our trainers of the summer. I know what you're thinking, Kesi. There is a train here that we can't see. There's a train here in a box. This is our mystery box of the day. Wow. So we will get to that shortly. This is Tobi's pair, but let's just get straight into it. To the right of us, we have a well-loved.
It's good that you said that. That thing is dusty
well-loved.
You was cussing Tobi's New Balances. This thing has been battered and bruised.
It's a well-loved Nike and Sakai Vape Waffle in the color green. It does shit it,
Green, yellow,
it's called
and
green.
dirt.
It's called something. Anyway, I don't remember. Look, I know what you're thinking, Kesi. Look, it's a bit busted. You're not lying and you're not wrong. However, it won't take much to get this right. Do you know what I mean? Approved cleaning. Just one session. Do you know what I mean?
Very true.
Maybe
but
two. Maybe
I've
two
even
sessions.
noticed
One.
he uses that steam thing. You need that inside that shoe because that is.
It's
stained.
well loved. It takes me everywhere I need to go. It's comfortable.
It doesn't sit in its box ever.
What I've
That's not
noticed
true.
on shoes is that Kesi has a trademark.
KC.
Casey's trademark on a
Toby,
shoe.
go ahead.
Casey's trademark
It's
on
that.
the shoe
It's
is
the
the back.
bent back.
Yeah. The lips. Those are Cameron Diaz, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Those lips at the back is a trademark.
Kesi, that shoe that Nike made, where it just slides. The flyies was made for Kesi.
They really want that for Kesi.
Because Kesi does not know how to, 1, tie laces, 2, to use her thumb to put the shoe on. She just whacks it in the back of her foot.
Everything for Casey's
back,
jackhammer, basically.
Listen, let me tell you something, yeah.
Everything has sports mode.
If a shoe cannot be folded, it's not the shoe for me. Okay, a shoe is supposed to be easy, not difficult. If I wanted a Doc Marten, that's what I buy. I'll buy something so I can slip on. All right. So yes, my trainers have lips and what? Thanks.
The hook is supposed to help you. Casey
and it does. It does.
Just slips her foot in it. Forget the hook.
I put my foot in it first, and then I hook it. I hook it back.
Then I hook it
back. Right. Anyway, yeah, these are definitely. I bought this colorway knowing that I liked the colorway, but not nearly as much as the Villain Red. And now I go to these more. These were definitely my trainers for the summer. Still very bright, nice colors, nice vibes.
Did you have the Villain Reds?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I rinsed them dry.
When did you get this one?
I got them the same time.
Shortly after.
I got them the same time.
No, you didn't. You went to the store first to get that.
Yes, you're right. I got the Villain Reds for Christmas through Offspring, and then a couple months later, remember when they were doing that form thing? You had to be quick to thingy. These are the ones that I got when people gave Sean Wotherspoons. Yeah. So I got those
Wotherspoons and those Travis Jordan 6s.
And the fragments.
The fragments were there too.
Oh, the Jordan 3s.
The 3s that you picked up.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, Offspring.
Okay. To the left of me, we have the Nike Vomero. This is
the
MBT,
Photon Dust.
MBT, tell us
Yes, this is the Vomero 5s. As you guys can see, and the whole world and the whole population and itself can see that Nike have now started to distribute the Vomero 5s. I think this is their way of combating New Balance right now. This trainer is a menace to society right now. It really is.
I would say it's a menace though.
No, menace in a good way.
Okay,
in a good way. They're bringing out some really, really good colorways. Those that are not invested in this trainer, you're sleeping on it because it is a very, very comfortable trainer. The colorways that they're bringing out, Tobi showed me a colorway that's coming out very soon. It's like blue with it's red with an icy blue
Gundams.
sole. Yeah, Gundam style.
They do look nice.
Yeah, they look cold. They actually look cold.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a great shoe. This one was initially a female shoe. But
a women's shoe.
A women's shoe. Okay, correct me. This was a women's shoe initially, and then they added additional sizes, and I bought one. Tobi
which
bought
are
one.
very lucky.
100%.
Yeah, you need a size 12.
Are you okay? That's a size 11.
Let me just say, Nike did so well to bring this back because obviously with the whole mesh wave going on with shoes, they had to jump on it because New Balance was taking over and Asics was coming in and there was nothing left for anyone else.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I feel like they're going to ruin it. Too many colorways. I've seen a red colorway come out now. I've seen...
The one that you're just talking about?
No. There's another red that's actually on Nike right now. Sneakers. They're actually released on Monday.
Okay.
Red, yes. Black is white and red. It's unnecessary. They're going to bring out another 10,000 more colorways unnecessarily before the shoe is killed and it's dead in the dirt. So...
I'm not gonna lie. The white ones, I want. The black ones, the all black ones. I saw them on Will's feet. After I saw them on his foot, I was like, I gotta get those as well.
I can't lie. It's very tricky. It's a very tricky place because I don't like things being ruined. But then also I think about the Rocher Run.
Oh gosh.
And when the Rocher Run took the world by storm, the one thing everyone wanted was colours.
Yeah. I hear it.
So where do we go? What do we do? They can't keep bringing out neutral colorways. They're not Skims.
But the answer to what you're saying is that this is not a Rocher Run.
Yeah, but it's a hype shoe, just like Rocher Run was.
Yeah, but Rocher Run, there's not many trainers
it was a beast of its own,
that
man.
can be on that same pedestal as the Rocher Run. That Rocher Run,
I still don't get it.
It was comfortable.
It was I think it's just the time. That was her Ram trouser time, the cuff jeans.
It was skinny jean season still.
The skinny jeans was the cuff baggy jeans that people wear, the Harams.
No, it was skinny jean season still.
No, was it?
Yeah,
it was.
Second year of uni.
I had them when I was wearing the slip fit jeans from Zara.
Slim fit jeans, I'm telling you, 100%. That's when leggings came into the fold.
I burnt a hole in my Rocher Runs.
Yeah, you did. You wore them to dirt. I never had a pair.
Yeah, I had my little big toe. Anyway, I'm very excited to announce on the pedestal today we have a mystery box.
Yes.
even know what it is yet.
That's the whole point. You did before.
Okay, we did a little for the fact it's a mystery, but not for what's inside.
What do you think it is?
I think it's a dunk.
Knowing you, it's probably Air Force, man.
Dunk or Air Force?
Let's see.
Didn't go to plan.
You didn't even open the box properly.
Oh, dear.
I thought you whacked your thumb on the table. Look at this guy.
Come on. You go again.
Okay.
Delightful.
Oh, this is fun.
All right, you need to close your eyes because that's what we did last time. You done already looked and I've seen it.
No, close your eyes, man.
You haven't even seen. What have you seen?
And put it in my hand first.
No.
Simple.
What's going on?
No,
Should I move the box?
Yeah, take the box. Keep your eyes closed.
Put it in my
Eyes
hands.
closed.
Put it in my
No,
hands.
don't put it anywhere. Put it on top of the box and lay it down like it's supposed to be on the pedestal.
Put it in my hands.
No.
I can feel it.
I'm very excited. Let me hear the shoe coming out of the box.
I feel the air that came from the box, and I feel the air of the trainer coming out of the box. I know what it is.
I need to hear it drop in the box. Hold on. Drop it on the box. It's a dunk. It's an Air Force.
That's
Kind of
an Air
heavy.
Force. That shit was heavy, man. That's a.
Can I open my eye?
Not yet.
That's a Timberland boot.
Second shoe's coming.
No,
That's
it's not Air Force.
man.
It's not Air
solid.
Force.
It's solid.
It's too light. It's too light.
Or is it those tractor Air Forces, the one you can wear in the snow?
Do you know what? Okay, what trainers exist? Hold on. What trainers exist? It feels like a dunk, but it's just a bit too heavy, I think.
Oh, Tobi, man.
What is it? Have you
It's
felt
a
it?
Jordan 1.
Why do you open your eyes? I'm here saying that.
I felt it. It's a Jordan 1. I felt that toe cup. I felt the toe. I was like, this is a bloody Jordan 1.
Do you know what I was going to say? I was going to say it feels like a high top, but I just didn't want to sound mad.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
going to
don't wanna
lie.
sound mad.
These are cold.
All right, let's talk about the trainer. So does it deserve the do-do-do-do-do?
Yeah, no, do. I wouldn't wear them personally, but I can already see these being worn with combats. You know the combats you're wearing right now? Wear those with the eyes.
All right, let's introduce. This is the Air
Yes.
Jordan 1. It's a Palomino. It's not the name on there. It's got a Palomino.
I'm not going to lie. These are better than the mockers.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so this is the big question that's on people's lips. Is it really better than the mockers?
It is.
It's 100% better
is.
than the mockers. Do you know what ruined the mockers?
What?
The fact that it didn't have a cell bottom.
Okay.
Yeah? And also they
Palomino.
Great name. One, I like great name, great shoe. One, I like this is leather, isn't it? Here.
Yeah, but it's like
Nubuck.
Nubuck.
Yeah, it's like I like the shade of brown. The brown that was on the mockers wasn't that great. It was suede as well. It wasn't that great. Also, I like the fact that majority of the train is black.
Yeah.
The white on
it's even a cell.
it looks off-white. It doesn't look 100% white, which is perfect. Yeah, it doesn't look 100% off-white. It's not.
Okay.
So the all black, the shade of the brown, the fact that it doesn't have this white panel.
The material.
Yeah, it does. That white panel, I'm not gonna lie, threw me
Yeah,
off. Yeah,
I agree.
And was this white here as well on the?
It was
mockers?
white, yeah.
Yeah, this was the only brown bit on the mockers.
This executed perfectly.
I think
Perfect.
this is a great... Is this a men's shoe?
I think it is, but it's full sizing, so full.
Okay, full sizing. I just think this is like a more grown-up version of the mockers.
Yeah, I hear it.
It's giving like Pikachu and then the next evolution. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's giving.
Yeah.
I like this one more. If I was someone that liked Jordan 1s, I would wear this one over the mockers for sure.
Yeah.
The only thing about this that I do not like is that gold logo.
So that's the
It's
issue.
tripping me out.
Everyone is very frustrated with this gold.
It was so unnecessary.
Everyone was saying it could have been sale.
Could have been sale. I wouldn't have even minded brown. I'm not a fan of that either. But like, it didn't need to be gold. I'm not very sure why the box is gold. Like, it just seems so random.
You know,
Not a massive fan.
it's Nike for you, but honestly, with all the trainers that have come out from Nike, yeah, they executed this very well.
The leather looks very premium as well.
Yeah, it does. Like the execution here is great.
This looks really good. This is a good Jordan,
even
you know.
the brown sole as well. Like the brown, they hit.
Nice touch.
They hit it on the nail.
Yeah, they did.
They did what they were supposed to do with this.
They
shit.
did what they were supposed to do for sure.
I feel like the only thing, as you said, that I would have changed would be that tongue.
Yeah.
Just removing it, but obviously I'm not someone to tuck my jeans
I'm
inside.
not mad.
So
I'm not mad at it.
You wouldn't see it
You're
anyway.
never gonna see it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the gold on there. I'm not mad at it. It doesn't faze me. I'm not like, oh, should it be there? Should it not be there? I think it's just a great trainer.
What do you think resales are on this right now?
250.
350.
Not even close. We're looking at retail.
Really?
About 190, 200. People are sleeping heavy on this shoe, personally.
I've just had a gander.
Sorry. I think people are sleeping heavy on this shoe. I really feel like this is going to become one of those colorways in a few years where people are just like, yo, this was a crazy shoe.
Yeah.
I should have got it because it's still, I think it was sitting on a few different websites for a while.
Really?
I saw it on Selfridges for a while. Sneakers, I think it sold out on Sneakers and all the other raffle places as well as normal.
Yeah.
But I think even on Offspring's website, it was there for like a few hours. It was just sitting there.
So
it's
are you going to keep these?
Yes, I am.
I just don't think that Jordan 1s provide the same level of excitement as they did a few years ago.
For sure.
I think that's the only reason why they're sitting. But actually, I think they're a really nice pair. And for anybody that still likes trainers for the sake of just liking trainers, for how they look and not for the clout, I think it's a good pair.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at them.
I think that's where we're at right now when it comes to trainers. I think the people that really love trainers are really like...
The ones buying.
Yeah, buying trainers right now. Like the whole hype. And that's the same thing with other industries as well, even with the watch industry as well. Like there was the whole hype during lockdown where everyone was buying watches, everyone was trying to buy watches, buy and sell watches and all of that type of stuff. The hype is gone now. Like the price of watches have now settled down, similar to trainers as well. Like it's not as it was during lockdown.
Resale nowadays on shoes is
Across
not where it was at all.
It's not.
I mean, the Supreme Dunks I got recently, those, I mean, sat around 350 on resale. Normally a Supreme Dunk, you're looking at easy 500 plus.
It's 5-6 upwards.
Easy.
So yeah, shoes are not doing what they used to be.
Yeah, I think the whole market's changed now. Like the ones that really care about whatever they're interested in are the ones that are still in there. Everyone else that was there just for the money or there for the hype, they're all gone, man.
Yeah, they've moved on to something else.
It's not hype anymore.
Yeah.
Is there a shoe or a silhouette that you'll say still sells out every time it comes out?
An Air Force.
No.
White Air Force One.
No, this just doesn't readily available.
They're still
now.
sitting there.
They're
readily
sitting now.
available now.
Yeah,
Right.
they're sitting now.
Far right. I will say
Maybe a Jordan 4?
Yeah, Jordan 4, I'll never see that in the stores. I haven't seen a Jordan 4 in the stores before. Even the military blacks, which I thought weren't going to do that well, they did fantastic.
Yeah.
I think certain Asics.
I don't think Asics are selling out like that. What?
No, the
They
Kaneos.
sell out, but it's not like it's impossible to find personally. But if you try, you'll find it. I feel like with Asics.
I agree.
Well, I can't find it with Kif pairs, so.
I think in terms of the silhouettes that don't sit in the store, it's still a Jordan 4.
Yeah.
It's a Jordan 4. I can't think of a time where I've seen a Jordan 4 sit in a store before.
Yeah.
In years. Literal years.
I hear it.
Even with the ugly colorways.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. The Jordan 4 is definitely one of the top.
Yeah,
top.
They be standing the test of time.
You can't go wrong. If anyone has the Black Cats in 10 or a 10.5,
you don't know what you're getting.
Brand new one.
Highlight that it needs to be authentic.
Yes, authentic. Brand new one.
So
in a size 10.
When you see that it has the sole of a Jordan 2 and the midsole of a Spizike, then you'll know.
An origami shoe in a box is what you're about to get.
Nike, hear me out. Black Cats, retro, bring them back.
If you do want a Black Cat, though, they are bringing a Black Cat Spizike.
Yeah, triple black Spizike. It's a Spizike supremacy over here, nigga.
Remember the red ones you had?
Yeah.
The Toro Bravo ones that you had.
Do you know I was about to throw this at your face?
Mate, you think my black cement ones are still under my stairs? Be serious.
Unfortunately,
why is this girl talking like the soul didn't just fall apart?
And you can always get it right, huh?
You got crumbled sole.
Crumbled.
Is it crumbled?
Terrace,
it's not crumbled. It's gone.
That's crumbled.
Let's see.
Separated.
How could she was about to go into the escalator? That back when I did.
Weren't we together? Weren't we all together in Lakeside?
Accordion. It did accordion.
I think it was just me and you.
Okay. Anyway, let's wrap this up, guys. That has been the end of Tables Trainers.
Trainers Tables. Okay, guys, it's been a long time, but I'm back again.
The word left my mind.
This guy, man, this girl, you don't know.
The word actually left my mind. I said
trainers. Be on the podcast. That's
I wonder what the word will be.
So, anyway, guys, every single week we come with the latest news about what's popping in the culture, music, fashion, and sneakers from time to time. Okay, so the first thing on the list is it? I always butcher their names.
Arc'teryx.
Thank you, Arc'teryx. And Lorenzo. Yep.
Yes, Lorenzo.og.
Yes, they're bringing out a collaboration. The collaboration's called. It's full of windbreakers.
When's it coming out?
I don't know when it's coming out. I just saw what's his name? Lil
Yachty.
So is it a real collab then?
It is a real collab.
It's a collab. It's a collab with the brand.
Or is it going to be one of those super limited ones which only like they give out to people?
It's still no. Well, from what we saw, they also promoted it as well.
Ultrix.
Yes, they promoted it as well. So it's an actual collab. We don't have much details. All I could see is Lil Yachty standing on the corner of a wall holding trainers and jackets. So that's it.
The jacket was cold.
The jackets are cold. The great thing about him is that his colorway palette is crazy.
I think he's trademarked it, actually.
He has trademarked.
He has. They're patented.
Yes, and that's actually sick. He's someone that I think he blew during lockdown, isn't it? With the trainers.
Kind of.
That's when I got onto him. If he was doing it before,
yeah, he definitely was doing it before. 100%, he was doing it before.
Whenever the CDG Air Max 95s came out.
So that was when he
blew up.
that was before. But yeah, there was a lot of posts about all the trainers that he was dying during lockdown, and it's good to see that he's actually got this huge collaboration coming through right now.
Yeah.
So I am anticipating that. Would I want to get something from it? Yes, I would. Is it possible? I don't know.
Anybody got a XXL for retail or below retail? Let me know.
For the
below retail?
Serious. That's fully unfair.
If you want to be generous.
For the fact that Lil Yachty is wearing his stuff and is part of the campaign for it, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, but Lorenzo G has had the cosign
from Yachty
from time.
Yachty, from Drake. He's had it.
He bought the Air Max and something else.
He bought 95s from him.
Well, the word bought is...
You never know.
But...
Gifted.
It's available to him.
Maybe.
It's available to him.
Anyway,
but yeah, big up him.
Next thing on the list. This was probably a while ago. I don't know if it's even happening still. But there was the final release of the Yeezys.
Yes, sir.
Yeezy has now gone to bed and rested.
No.
Is it still going?
Still going.
What do you mean it's still going? They said it's a final release.
Apparently they're releasing more in October.
Yeah,
look, they are...
And I saw Yeezy slides come out today.
Do you know what's mad? Is that I believe...
Gotcha.
I believe they have given what they've given to charity, because I believe it was supposed to go to charity or something like that. Yeah. They've paid their dues.
Yeah, they're getting their back.
Now they're getting their money back.
Yeah, they're getting
it back. I'm telling you, Adidas, you will always know shame, because you guys are liars. Liars.
You know what it is, yeah? They just said, let's wait till it quiet.
Honestly, this is the biggest fools is not Adidas. The biggest fools is everyone that was shouting at and arguing over the situation.
Mate,
I can't believe it. They're never gonna work with him again.
They're done. They're done.
This guy's getting his percentage, man.
Kanye got his money.
Kanye's still getting his money.
Adidas is getting their money. The people that were hurt from these remarks are still hurt.
Yeah.
And people are still buying and still getting gutted when they don't get the trainer.
Exactly. So we've gone nowhere. In fact,
we've regressed. We regress.
It's so sad.
I can't wait to buy the Yeezy slide. I love the Yeezy slide. I need the foam runner. I need the foams. I didn't get the foams.
It's crazy. So sad. But I do want the 900s. Or is it 950?
Which one is that now?
Yeah, the
black ones.
The duck boot.
The boot?
The duck boot, yeah. Not the new boot, the old duck boot.
The Yeezy season like 2.
Is it the ones that what's his name?
My guy. Yeah, him.
Manny Fresh has.
Yes, Manny Fresh got him. Yeah.
Me personally, I don't like those boots, man.
It's a really nice boot for combat, and I can't wait.
All right, enjoy that.
Anyway, I'm knocking 2 of the items on the list off.
Yes,
and I'm going straight to Top Boy.
Yes, sir.
So the last and final season of Top Boy
is coming out.
It's coming out 6th of October.
7th of September. I tried to point to the date.
You looked at it. Do you know 6th of October?
That shows that I got a good memory. Do you know what the problem is? Why did she cover it? Because I thought she covered it to I thought it was like, okay, guess what it is.
But I was pointing to it.
Why would you do this? Why would you do this and do this? I'm gonna look at that small hand that's in the corner there.
Stop for a few seconds.
You looked at it and said,
no, because I was like, nah. I thought she was testing me.
No.
So why would you do this? Why would you do this? And your hand, look, her hand is here. I'm gonna look at the hand. I'm pointing.
The right thing.
I wrote the right answer here, and I went like this and hit that.
Okay, look. You're on a podcast, yeah. You're on a podcast, and someone does this. Someone does this, covers it. You're looking at the screen. Look, and her hand on the right is pointing here. What hand are you looking at?
Look.
I'm looking at this discreet hand here.
Your brain said she's playing
the
game.
Yes,
but I ain't gonna force.
Because she's always playing games. That's why. Anyway, Top Boy's coming out on the 7th of September. It's the last season. Thank God. Thank God Almighty, because Top Boy after the first and the second one. Blood.
Which was the first and second? Remember, they had the first.
The Summer House.
Then they had the first, second.
Okay, so Summer House doesn't really count as Top Boy, innit?
I think they're gonna bring it back in this one, aren't they?
No, Charlie, no, what?
I thought they're gonna intertwine it.
I think so.
Intertwine.
Intertwine.
I think I'm not sure, but Deshane or Sully, somebody gotta go.
Who do you think is gonna die this season?
Because of how Sully is.
Which one's Sully again?
Kano.
He's got to die.
No, I think Deshane's gonna die.
No, Sully's gonna die.
Sully is a bad man.
Deshane will
I need
always
Sully
end
to
up
die.
being top boy.
The reason why Sully can't die, Sully has had too much happen to him. The white kid died. This guy has gone through ups and downs.
Yeah.
This guy's gone through Sully, out of Sully and Deshane, even though what happened to Deshane's mum that he...
Too many things that she died. But too many things happened and he collapsed.
Yeah. So that's all he's had.
That wasn't funny, But
Sully has gone through depression.
Sully's John Wick, man.
100%.
Does not die.
But what happened to John Wick at the end?
He died.
He died.
I don't...
steps.
Yeah, he did die.
He died in the steps.
No, but the only reason why he died is because he wanted to die.
Hey, so
If you think about it, he wanted to die.
Yeah.
maybe Sully might turn around and say, you know what, you can have it. Because you remember, he was turning a bit... I wanted to say
Soft.
soft, but that boy, what's his name?
The white kid.
The white kid,
Yeah.
he befriended him and he really wanted to look after him. And
Until he died.
And they left the whole area, and I'm not sure if they left the whole
To
area
the seaside.
on purpose. Was it on purpose?
No, I think
had
they
to
did
leave
on
the
purpose.
Yeah.
They did on purpose.
So it was like, maybe he is getting a bit soft. So
Look,
Sully
the
isn't soft
moment that
because
he let
killed-
his niece take him for idiot and then he got run
Exactly,
around by
there
them
you go.
boys. What that tells me is that
it's tired.
he's tired and he's lost his
He's tapped.
his intuition about certain things.
No,
He's lost his wits about him. And let me tell you, another thing that he did as well, which I thought it was a sign of weakness rather than a sign of strength,
When he killed the
is
guy,
when he
yeah.
killed little Jamie. Because that was unnecessary. That did not need to happen. You did not have to kill him. There was a strategic way you could have gone about it. You went and you killed him in front of his two brothers. What, you think they're not coming to get you?
Oh,
You're dying this season,
it looks
dog.
like the youngest one.
He's getting involved.
Yeah, he's getting involved now.
He's getting involved. That boy that has exams, he's not trying to do anything. He wants to pass his school books.
Him and his girl.
Yeah.
Move out.
Yeah, that guy's
What?
gone. That,
He's got a girlfriend.
Yeah, he's got a girlfriend.
yeah, that guy's gone to Oxford, man.
Yeah. He's in Brampton right now. He's busy right now. He doesn't have the time to be focusing on murder or revenge.
Yeah.
But the little one,
Yeah, that guy is.
he's
on
lost his
road.
little friend. He's on smoke.
Younger J-Mo.
Oh,
Yeah.
the little friend died as well, innit?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
died
he
too.
died too.
He got himself involved in some bad business.
Yeah, that chicken and chip boy. That's why you like chicken and chips.
Oh yeah, because when he got initiated, they gave him chicken and chips, and that's why he got into the.
Oh, so cheap.
Man.
So cheap. You know. Anyway.
It's sad. That's how it happens.
No,
how
because
he-
it's abuse.
No,
I'm sorry.
Because honestly,
'Cause he
his
wasn't-
his mum and dad. His
His
mum
mum was
couldn't look after
trying.
him.
No, his mum was trying her best. It's
Yeah,
just
his
that-
mum couldn't look after him.
But the elders knew that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's taking advantage, man. I'm
Weird,
sorry.
man.
It's abuse.
Very weird.
Do you know what?
It's not good.
Tough times never last. Anyway, next thing on the list, we're touching on the music section. Now. So Unknown T, yep, he's going to be releasing his album very soon. But what he said, in the meantime, I'm going to give you a bit of smoke.
Yes, sir.
Yep, that's what he did. This was Before the Smoke.
Before the smoke. The EP is called Before the Smoke.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Unknown T released Before the Smoke, the EP. Now I think it was all 3 or 4 songs on that EP. My first thoughts on that EP, cold. Before the Smoke, he was telling you, this is just
hold this.
the fog, the
Yeah.
mist, the fog
Before the real smoke.
before the real smoke comes to you. I hope the real smoke has a punch.
Look,
I am hoping the real smoke comes like secondary smoking.
Toby, what were you saying?
Maybe.
That's a secondary smoking.
sorry. I think it was good. But I think
the heck?
For me right now, music is not my thing. I'm just not really into music right now for some reason.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
I feel like anything that's not really jumping at me and saying, "Oh my gosh, this is a banger," is like I just don't care for. And the same bibbidi bop, bibbidi bop, bop.
Listen.
Yeah, it's
Beebity.
no offense to him. It's just that it feels like I've heard it before right now.
Yeah, I
so it's
feel
like, What am I really listening to right now?
I will say, objectively speaking, I do really like the EP. I think the EP is nice. And I think Unknown T has a really distinctive voice. And I'm happy that he's taking it outside of where it's very easy for him to stay, which is drill. I'm happy that he's like going into different lanes.
Yeah.
And obviously this is called Before the Smoke. He's clearly saying like, this is just a little taster, of what I'm about to give you. And what he gave on this was really nice. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Unknown T.
Yep.
Next thing on the list is Quavo. Quavo released Rocket Power in remembrance of Takeoff.
This was like a long time ago.
We haven't caught up in a long time. It's been a minute.
We're chopping it up right now.
Yeah.
Chopping it up. Now, my thoughts on Rocket Power. Yep. I understand it was to represent Offset.
Represent Offset?
No, I mean Takeoff. Takeoff. that one is still jumping. My thoughts. The only song I liked on it was Click. That's it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give my general opinion on the album.
The album was a 2 out of 10.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
It was a 2 out of 10.
And it's really unfortunate because when someone does something for a sentimental reason, you want to like it even more because of that reason. But unfortunately, that doesn't change the fact that Quavo wasn't very imaginative or innovative or different to the music that he was making before Takeoff died, which, if I may say, wasn't his best. He was out of his prime before Takeoff died. And so the music has continued in the trajectory that you were doing it before you quit briefly. Yeah. So unfortunately, I'm not a fan. Turn Your Click Up is a great song though.
Oh, it's a wonderful song. That's a 9 out of 10 song. That's a 9 out of 10 song for me.
I wouldn't go that far. However,
it's a great song. Don't do that.
It's a nice little banger, and I'm happy he did that. And rest in peace, Takeoff. And I stand on that. But
is that the song with Future?
Yeah.
That
song.
That's a great
Future
song.
made it though. That's the thing.
Yes, he did. He did spin him.
Yeah,
he did spin him around the block.
Yeah,
and Future didn't do much.
And, that's very true.
People are saying that Future's come back into his prime.
Yes, he has.
Don't start that.
No.
How many songs has he done to prove that?
No.
What? I don't know. His verse on Cars Bring Me Out was good.
Yes, that was cold.
Turn Your Click Up, it was good.
She's not saying that he's in his prime. What she's saying is that he's coming back. A lot of artists...
people are saying he's back in his prime.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say he's back in his prime. I think he's coming back.
How much evidence is there out there to show that he's back in his prime?
There's 2 songs that he's on as a feature. And they're both
off the top of your head, but he's got some others. He's got one with G Herbo as well.
Who the heck is listening to G Herbo?
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. There's
G Herbo.
I haven't listened to him since Chirac. I can't
Lord have mercy.
There's a show that I watched here.
G Herbo and Russell like this for me.
Don't do that.
Get out of here.
There's a show that I watch here. It's another watch show. And G Herbo, they brought. Why did you look at the screen like that?
I was just breaking the fourth
guys.
Chrono 42 and 24 at the same time.
No, it's called Typepiece Training. Check it out on YouTube. So in my spare time, I like watching watches.
That's nice.
So G Herbo was on it.
Yeah.
I was like, how the heck? Where are you getting these funds from? Because your music is trash.
He may be independent though.
And so what?
Hasn't he pled guilty to crimes that allude to where he got the money from?
Well, he's on Timepiece Trading, so he must be enjoying life still.
Nah, he's pled guilty.
To be a big time criminal.
So he's going to jail.
Yeah.
But he's on Timepiece Trading buying watches.
But I don't know.
Shout out to Herb and
He took a plea deal though, 100%.
Oh, mate.
Yes, I was right. I just wanted to make sure he pled guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud.
Wire fraud?
Yeah, that's how I was like, that's how he's paying for that shit.
That's another thing. American scammers. Wow.
What about him?
They was it you that showed me one?
Which one?
Where the guy had the what's it called? The card.
The guy that decided to reveal all of his tricks and plans.
Yeah, but do you know why though? Yeah.
He said multi-upgrades.
Do you know why? Because Americans are about 15 years behind in terms of card technology.
They still do that.
Their man have still been taking the card and writing the number at the back. They're not serious.
You know that machine where they do like this?
Yeah, they've been doing that recently.
It's so crazy.
I remember when I used to work at retail, and like, so when I used to work in luxury retail, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's so amount, yeah. I come with a card reader. They'd be like, oh yeah, here's my card. You can take it to the back. What are you doing? Put your pin in right now, dog. Put your pin in. Oh, you don't need me to take it to the back? What
am I doing in the
chip
back?
And pin, chip and pin.
What am I doing? Take the details. I'm confused.
Yeah, 100%. That's what they do. They ring it up at the back.
There was one meme, yeah. I think it was either you or Kesi that sent it to. I think it was you.
It has to be Tobi.
And the guy, one of the scammers called someone and was asking for his details, and the guy was playing with him. Was lying about his details, and then the guy that was on the other side of the phone, the person that's about to get scammed, was laughing on the phone, and the scammer goes, "I don't know what you're laughing for," and says all his details, and he's like, and he says this: "Once I get this, it's done for you."
He was like, the guy was asking him, "Oh yeah, what's the last bank account number?" The guy said was playing the joke, and the guy started laughing. Like,
no, it was his security number.
Security number, and the guy started laughing. He was like, "Don't be laughing, Brian Jacobs. You live at number 59."
So wait, did the scammer say that, or did
that was the scammer?
Said that.
Like, you live at number 59. Yeah, I know you, Brian. I know where you live. I just need the last 3 digits, but once I get this, it's over for you.
He said, I'm gonna be you from now on.
He said, you laughing now, huh? You're going to be laughing when I'm Brian.
The guy's face dropped. Are you kidding me? American scammers are crazy.
Let's pause for 1 second. You got something in your...
Oh, you got that Alfonso.
It's still there.
Yeah,
that's
that right there.
That pasta Alfredo.
That's that brown rice.
It's still there.
That's that.
Now I know how you feel.
That's that sweet corn of black pepper. That's that
Breaking
rock.
Backwoods.
That rock salt.
So all this time I've been screaming at the screen.
That's
yeah,
time. That's time for sure.
That's red pepper. What's going on?
Lord have mercy.
Hot chili red pepper.
I ain't even got no water to wash it out either, man.
That's that hickory.
Yeah, man. Aye, Captain.
That's that hickory.
Hey, Popeye.
That's that hickory
Bye,
chicken.
spinach. All right, let's get back into it. We need to hurry up, guys.
All right, so next thing on the list, I'm gonna swiftly move through these because none of them were that great. Gigs released Zero Tolerance.
One song.
Guess
Black
what?
King
We look. Okay, we're actually gonna stop on this bit. The day Gigs, I understand Gigs. You're in the US a lot. You've got a lot of friends in the US. One of them being a billionaire. His name is Diddy. But the day you decided to get Diddy on one of your songs, and you had this guy doing the Harlem Shake, and he didn't even say your name throughout the song. I think I don't even know what he even said. I don't know what he referenced, but that was the worst song you've ever made in your life.
Damn.
I love Gigs. Gigs makes some great, like, let me go to the gym, let me make some money type of music. I didn't want to make money after this song.
I feel like there was someone in his circle that could have told him to wake the fuck up, but didn't say it.
100%.
For some reason. I feel like, on those ones here where they got into a room, they saw Americans, and everyone just got too excited. And it's like, let's just do whatever's going on, because I can't lie. I can't see Gigs 10 years ago signing off on any of this rubbish.
Oh, 100%.
Personally. I can't see
100%.
This was terrible. It was really bad. This is not on Gigs level. This is not on our landlord's level.
No.
If I speak my piece, can I speak freely?
Yes, of course.
Why wouldn't you?
Gigs hasn't made good music in a very long time.
Hey,
and I love Gigs. I love Gigs. Niggas know.
How long's a very long time?
How much? It's been a minute.
How long's a minute? 60 seconds.
It's been a minute. I'm not even gonna lie. It's been a good few years. It's been a good few years.
She's saying the last great bar that Gigs did was Batman.
And I got
Look, after that point, I can't lie, he took it very easy with life. As he should.
Yeah,
he's a big man. He's put in work. Yeah, I'm not 100%. Holding him. But I just wish that the music stopped. Do you know what I mean? After KMT.
But we got I didn't actually need.
Here, yeah. Now or never. I didn't enjoy that album.
But honorary mention that album was the song with Loj. That was
with who?
Really good. Loj. That was a really good song.
It was alright.
No, it was a really good song.
On Now or Never?
Is that on Now or Never? It should be. The song with Loj.
Anyway, next thing on the list.
Is that not on there?
I can't see it. But anyway, in any case, I say that to say, yeah, I really like Gigs, and I wish that he went down a route of like rapper turned
mogul.
mogul.
Yeah, like-
Do you know what I
like
mean? Kind of
Lethal
like what I'm seeing. Yeah, or like even kind of what I'm seeing like with Skepta. Do you know what I mean? I know Giggs isn't as much as a fashion man and not necessarily has the same sex appeal as Skepta does. So I understand why Skepta went in that direction. But I do think that Giggs should have done. I wish the direction of his career didn't involve as much rapping as it does now.
Yeah,
That's all.
He could never go down the same route as Skepta, because Skepta, the way Skepta's patterned things for himself.
You okay, Toby?
No, I'm puzzled.
You're trying to find a song.
Yeah.
Take time.
The way Skepta has patterned everything for himself, he's very blessed. He's very blessed. The type of music that he makes as well is different to Giggs' music as well. So he can kind of dibble and dabble in there. And
Yeah, that's fair.
He's not saying that Giggs' flow isn't unique, but Skepta's flow has been patented. Nobody can copy Skepta's flow.
I don't know. Giggs has got a sound for himself.
Yeah, that's what
Even
I
if
say.
his flow isn't there, the depth of his voice, his cadence, I do think he's got his own sound.
What I'm trying to say about Skepta's flow is that the flow that he has and the genre of music that he's in, he can go on for quite a while. Giggs, when we're talking about rapping, the type of rapping that Giggs is doing, after a while, you can't be talking about that anymore. Like you said, you need to switch over to another story.
It's not the story part that I necessarily have an issue with. Although I do agree with you in terms of that, because Nines, I don't really want to hear him saying the things that he's saying. Even if he is still doing that. Yeah. But my thing is just like, Giggs was already an acquired taste, and like his style of music, there's a level of effortlessness in it that, if not done with the right finesse, can give this wasn't necessary. And I want him to still be a legend. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I think he always will be.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
which album did you reference?
Now or never, the one in 2020 with the
I
globe.
referenced Zero Tolerance.
I know.
It was the new album.
Yeah,
All right.
fine.
All right, cool.
Did we want to talk about Tremaine Emery?
No. Maybe we should. Let's talk about Tremendez.
Do you want to?
I've still got some music to talk about, but we can flip it.
No. Let's
How much
talk about
music
the
is
music.
left on?
So we got VB Deliverance. It was all right.
Keep it going.
Larry June, The Good Kind.
Keep it
Great song. I recommend you guys to check
MVT's
it out.
recommendation.
Lil Uzi Vert is
Keep
releasing
going.
Barter 16. Is coming soon. We don't know what he's doing out there in the streets, but he's repping Thug.
He's
Yeah,
not rapping,
no-
he's stealing.
No.
No, it's a nice little reference. It's an ode. It's an ode.
Anyway, this one we need to talk about because it doesn't make any sense. Burna Boy released his album. Yep.
Still haven't listened to it, by the way.
Why has the album gone number one?
I don't get it.
It's honestly, respectfully speaking, I love my African artist. Yeah.
Hey, that would have been it.
100%. I love Afro beats, but Burna Boy's album, this new album that he released, is a pack of two asses.
So, two of them.
Pack of two asses. So many people are
Clapping
saying.
indeed.
So many people are saying this is a 10 out of 10 album.
Yeah, they're
and
lying.
I really want you guys to listen
People
to
said
it.
it's 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Wow.
Burna Boy, Burna Boy, I can actually say it right now because there was a time when I was saying Wizkid. Burna Boy, in the Afrobeat scene, and probably in the world, I'm not saying he's the best, but he's one of the top performers in the world. This guy is great. I want to go to his concert.
Okay.
I want to see him live because of how great he is.
Okay.
But this album,
I'm going to have to listen to it.
this album.
No need.
What's the song
Serious.
called? Is it Big 7 or Big 6? What is
Big
it?
7.
Big 7. Big 7. Big 7. Big 7, my black ass.
I'll be so real, yeah. I went to go and see how many songs there were, yeah. There are 15
Mate.
songs.
Oh, it's a Chris
Out of
Brown
the
album.
15 songs, come on. Out of the 15 songs, there are actually only 3 songs that I can say.
Whoa.
And I always have to be careful how I speak about Afrobeats albums because I know that I'm not the first one to just like, Afrobeats.
Oh, man.
But objectively speaking, this was
good.
not good. The first couple of songs, I was like, I don't know what everyone's talking about. I'm enjoying this album, like, because the feedback that I got was that it wasn't good at all.
Okay.
First 3 songs, I was like, these are all calm. Like, it's a nice little vibe. Then we get to Sitting on Top of the World with 21 Savage.
What's 21 Savage doing on your album?
Well, you can ask the same question for who was it that was on his last album? Vanilla Ice. Who was it? on Twice's tour. Who was it? The white rapper. I'll come back. No, an old guy. I'll come back to that. But anyway, it was like, it was just like.
This was a meaty album. That's all it was.
I know that Burna Boy is enjoying the sample season, yeah. And at first I was like, oh, it was last ruined it all. But then I remembered that he did the sample of Tamia, I'm So Into You with Gidam. Do you remember that song from back in the day? Gidam. So I'm thinking, okay, so this is where it all started from, and he's been sampling ever since. He sampled Birthday Sex. He sampled Sitting on Top of the World, and there was another one that he did, and I was just all in all naughty by nature. All in all, very disappointed. It's just not good for me, in my opinion. Damn. And that song with Dave, not great. The song with Shay Vibes, he completely catted Shay Vibes' flow. The whole thing, like
Shay Vibes' flow is not something to be catting, by the way. No one can understand it. What are we doing here?
It's up and down like a yo-yo.
It was as manic as you can imagine it to be. Anyway, and then he finishes off with obviously he's got the Taliban's Part 2 there as a bonus track.
That was decent. That I've got that song. I like what he did on it.
Song.
I like what he did on it, but honestly,
I'm happy for Byron, but that's not a remix I needed personally. However, I do just want to touch on the fact that the final song on this album is featuring J. Cole. So you already know that we're in trouble. Do you know what I mean? Thank you. That's what I'm going to say on that.
Do you know what? The thing about which one was the album that did well for Burna Boy?
African Giant.
African Giant. This is going down the same line as Twice as Tall. After African Giant,
yeah, I get you.
This is worse than Twice as Tall.
And Twice as Tall was supposed to be the album that got the Grammy, wasn't it?
It was the album that got the Grammy for him.
It was the one, isn't it?
It was the one.
Yeah. So that's what I feel like he's tried to do. I think he's tried to make another world album.
And
you know when you try and get like all the artists and the different types of people and
you shouldn't do that.
Different types of music, you've lost the African Giant feel of it.
Yeah.
Like it's almost as if it's like he feels like he's broke Africa and he's got what he needs from there. Time to go and conquer the world.
Well, that's what he said though, innit? He said that Afrobeats is 90% bogus anyway.
There you go then.
What did J. Cole say about him?
He said that he's the African Tupac.
Bullshit. J. Cole's just another American chat shit.
J. Cole,
not to our fans and listeners.
J. Cole should be the person you shouldn't listen to.
But I can tell you, Americans do chat a lot of shit. Like it's fully just pure Hollywood.
Any time that Americans have anything to say about Africa, I know I need to close my ears.
It's the worst thing in the world.
Africa.
Literally, the only example that you need to see was that music video with that Beyonce and Jay-Z did when they did the whole Coming to America theme.
Oh yeah,
I think it was around Lion King time.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
around that, and it was just like this whole black is beautiful.
Black is queen, black queen.
That's like my nigga.
We was kings.
And I think they had someone that was speaking Yoruba, and they were like, "This is Africa." What the?
And that person said, "Efa moto."
Yeah. Anyway, me personally, I'm just gonna say right now, the album isn't great. Burna Boy is a great performer, but Burna Boy, I am disappointed about this album. Disappointed. I really want where African Giant was.
Yeah,
I need him to wake up and call that guy back.
I can't lie. My expectations of Burna Boy's music is exactly is exactly what I expected with this.
That's not great. Man.
I'll be so real.
That's not great.
I'll be so real. And I just want to apologize for me mistaking Naughty by Nature for Vanilla Ice. That was out of order.
Sorry.
Oh, it's just all these American rappers, man. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Are we talking about Tremaine Emery or should we save that for another day?
Michael is wearing Supreme.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
I think this T-shirt was created when this guy was part of Supreme.
Nah, it was before.
Really?
Yeah, he's only there for 2 seasons.
Damn. No, this came out last season.
No, it didn't.
This came out last year.
No, it didn't.
It did.
This came out last year. I got this last year.
Maybe watch
yeah, man, this man's here.
Maybe watch Tremendous.
Yeah, blitz. Anyway, Tremaine Emery
Tremendous
is no longer the creative director for Supreme. Those people are racist.
Those people are racist.
That's what he said.
You know, remember when Kanye was like, I'm not going to say anything, and then he says it.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Look.
Time you're not supposed to say something, you go say it. They're racist.
He has to. Look, honestly,
allegedly.
That's what Tremaine is saying, and I'm going what he's saying as well. He's saying those people in Supreme are racist. The black people that he wanted to put on the face of Supreme, he wouldn't allow it.
So now let's talk about those black people.
But why is hardcore tees wearing all the clothes.
First of all,
Wait.
he didn't say that they're racist. He said
Question.
there's some systematic racism. going
Yes,
on.
and he was saying that the people that he wanted to bring in on some of the collabs or some of the work that he was doing, they wouldn't allow him to. That they will cancel the.
Did you hear the project that did you hear
Specific
about the
project,
specific thing that he wanted to put on the t-shirt?
3000 one.
He wanted to put
it was wild.
portraits
It was
of
very
black
wild.
people being lynched
It was
and the
very wild.
scars on their back due to slavery. That's what he wanted to put on the t-shirts,
That's what he
Tremaine,
wanted, yeah.
to raise some sort of
Awareness.
support that racism exists.
Now, trust
And you
me.
wanted to put it on a t-shirt and sell it for $60,
Now,
talking
wait.
about grab it before it sells out.
Wait,
Let me tell you
Help
something.
me
Wait,
out. I'm
wait,
not on
wait,
your
wait.
side, Tremaine.
Prima put out some wild stuff. They put out semen covered stuff.
Yeah, and
like,
they put Lil Kim's ass cheeks on the.
they
on the
put
thing
some
as well.
wild stuff.
Now
out.
let's all
But my
compare.
guy,
Slipping on semen,
semen?
Lil Kim's cheeks, okay, and someone being lynched.
Lynched.
Now,
bro, what?
This is what I want to say before you started what you said. Now, guys, this is why it's very good for you to understand the reason why people leave other companies. I did not fully understand the story.
It's important to get a full story.
It's called the U-turn.
100%, and I was about to do the U as well. Look, Tremaine, it's good that you're gone. What the heck?
Them
Are
niggas
you-
is racist.
Are you?
It's like, what? Do you not remember what you said?
I'm gonna put an instant replay. Them niggas is racist.
Oh my goodness, that's the shit you wanted to
Yeah,
put on
I'm
the
tired.
t-shirts. You gone.
He's
Bye.
mad. He's mad. Sorry. If you're asking,
It's
whose
that
side
hair,
I'm
it's
on,
how
I'm
he
on-
is.
I'm on my side, not the hair, child.
Nah, he's
Look,
high all the time. Are you kidding me?
All I will say is this, yeah. You know when people say, "Oh, when you're fighting with a mad person, you end up looking like the mad person." Yeah? When Tremaine was chatting and fighting with Kanye, I just thought Kanye's moving mad
Yes.
as per usual.
What did Kanye say?
It turns out they was both as mad as each other,
100%.
rolling in the dirt.
I
Two
can't lie.
mad barrels, rolling.
Someone
Rubbish.
that has said stuff, yeah, that's come true a lot of the times. I find it very hard to call them mad nowadays.
It's very
because
difficult.
Once again, Kanye said this guy's gonna leave, and he's
Mate.
gonna you got 2 pack of ass in this place. And what's happened? He's left, and he brought out 2 pack of ass.
Mate.
What the heck was anyone else expecting?
Honestly, God saved him when he created Denators, because that's gonna hold him. for
God
the rest
hasn't
of his
saved
life.
him because really and truly he's ran that thing to the ground.
You can't keep bringing out the same Levi straight jeans, man.
And now they put
that's how they're
Diamantes on it.
sitting.
Now we want to pay 2K.
I'm
2K
not-
for some jeans.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll wait for the next job. I get it, then I can say what you're saying.
Those 2K jeans look like those jeans that Claire created for Michael Cowan.
Oh, yeah, bejazzled.
The low
Those are
rise
good
jeans.
Those are good
Those are
jeans.
good
I hear
jeans.
it. I hear it. I hear it.
Shout out Claire, man.
Oh, boy.
Okay,
Anyway, let's get on
yes.
to the main topic.
Please.
do.
Yeah. And the question we have today is, why is everyone so easily offended in the UK?
Now, speaking of my wife and kids, was that an intentional segue?
No,
No.
Toby
Yes.
did not know.
No,
way.
it wasn't. No, it
Yes.
wasn't. How
You
can
know
you shout yes like a question?
Palomino.
I was about to whack your
Palomino.
knuckles with his bottle. This guy.
All right, we were just talking about Claire from My Wife and Kids, and speaking of, if you're a fan of the show, there is a game that the couple once played, that is Michael and Jay, and it was called I Respect That, and my heart is still open, and that is going to
Indeed.
be our disclaimer for today's episode, yeah? We are going to be talking about the taboo subject of criticizing things in the UK.
Yes.
It seems to be something that no one wants to do openly for fear of being fought or battled
Or
on the
ousted.
street.
So,
yeah.
so,
On
we're,
Shade
so
Borough.
we're the ones
Or
that are gonna get.
exiled.
So we're the
On
ones
the
that are
Shade
gonna
Borough.
get the paddleboard on the arse.
Look, there needs to be, this is the main
An
thing,
outfit.
right? There needs to be a way, a dynamic, a possibility, a place where people can openly and constructively criticize things that we want change in the space that we operate and consume in.
So we can grow.
Yeah, it's part of my rights, to be honest. Freedom of speech.
It's less about the rights. More that we just need to grow as a nation.
I feel like as a nation and as a people, as a community, the only way that we can move forward is if we hear more than what is in our echo chamber.
All right,
Yeah.
so-
it's not enough for you to hear from your dogs. Yeah, dog, that looks good, bro. And then when someone says it outside, actually, it's not that good. Now I'm the hater.
Yeah.
I don't want to to be the bad guy every time I have a different opinion. So today we are going to try and exercise sharing our thoughts on certain things in the UK, understanding how and why we can operate in a space that allows us to speak freely without being the bad guy.
Now, disclaimer, yes, you might hear some funny stuff because we're funny people, but we will be real with you guys because really and truly, alongside the funny, there has to be some realness with this subject because this is one of the issues that we are facing in this country when it comes to talking about people. Yes, you might hear a joke, but there's jokes everywhere. Guys. But when you hear the realness, you tend to start getting your back up. I'm telling you guys, you don't have friends around you that take in the room.
No. Read through the lines.
What? Read between the lines. Man said read through.
Read through the lines.
I said the
Anyway,
the Neptunes, bruv.
First thing, look, let me embrace him. The first thing we're gonna talk about is why do the same old people keep coming up when it comes to opportunities and content?
Before we get into it,
wait, please.
Before we answer that question, I wanted us to start on a lighter note.
Yes.
I have one quick fire question.
I want that.
No, one quick fire question to ask the room. Okay.
Right.
What is one thing that we don't like about the UK scene?
The fact that everyone keeps on coming with the same shows as the same old people.
Do you want to expand on that, Tobi?
Yes. Really and truly, one thing I do not like about the UK scene is that the UK scene is always deemed to be very small, but it's not that small. The only reason why it's small is because you keep on seeing the same people using the same people. That's why we think it's small. On every single channel, every single page, every single award show, every single event, it's the same people. I know that you guys are friends of friends of friends, but your friends of friends stop at 3. But trust me, friends of friends goes to 20. We do not need to be having the same people on every show. It's not a situation where we're getting fresh content, whether that be on all different platforms, whether that be YouTube, Instagram, TikTok nowadays, all that kind of stuff. In fact, TikTok is the one place where it's probably different because obviously you can blow up on TikTok.
The algorithm hasn't
It doesn't necessarily favour big followers.
Exactly, but the issue that we're facing is that a lot of things are cookie cut from one channel to another, and I don't get how the streams and everything is so high when people are watching the same old things. That's across board. So to me, it's still confusing, and maybe that's something as viewers which we have to change ourselves, and maybe we have to look at it and be like, why am I happily watching the same thing over across 20 different channels and seeing the same people?
Different sports.
You get what I mean? Now, look, I have no issues with everyone getting their bread and doing your thing.
Yeah.
And, you are definitely people that deserve what you're getting because you've
100%.
worked your way up there and you've got there for a reason. So that also needs to be said because it doesn't get put out there when people are talking about the UK.
Yeah.
But you've also got to remember that the whole idea of having a scene with people that are so diverse, I mean, the UK is such a big boiling pot of different people. There should be enough space for people to have different types of shows, and whether it be the same old Foot Asylum show that comes on, and you don't actually have to have the same old 3 or 4 people doing that same Foot Asylum show. There's got to be someone else out there that can do it with you, or someone else that can take it if you're moving it onto a different platform. You get what I mean? So I'll say that's probably my biggest. And
I think Tobi just touched the point that I was about to just talk about. It was regarding that.
But answer my question first. The quick fire.
No, but I think mine will be similar to Tobi's. That's the biggest one for me. That I feel like the way the UK works, and I don't like doing this, and I know when people hear this, they're going to be like, oh, why do you keep comparing us to this? Honestly, they are probably the closest people that we can compare ourselves to, which is the US. And when we look at both the UK and the US, and we see that, yes, the US is a lot bigger than the UK. Yes. Okay, put that to the side. There is still a huge amount of people in the UK, which means we should be able to still at least bring up quite a few people as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the US, there is no, like, what's the word? The gatekeeping isn't like gatekeeping in the UK. Like, I feel like so many people can be brought through. And the way people get brought through as well is that people that have made it are nurturing other people. They're coming up. And even in regards to, like, me even talking about the influencing scene as well, like, people just embrace people that are actually just trying. That's how it feels like in the US. Like, if you're trying it, cool. People will just naturally embrace you. When it comes to the UK, it feels like there's a ceiling. Like, and if you're not, like, if you don't know this person or you don't know that person, or you're not part of this group or this group that has been created from young and then they've all followed each other to the top, you're not getting through. And that's how it feels. It feels like there's this, it feels like secondary school and primary school
Very
where
clicky.
that's it. The cool kids are here and the cool kids stay to themselves. It's only if you're close with one of those cool kids that you kind of get brought in, and then obviously you can work your way up. But if you're not part of that clique, you don't get recognized, you don't get brought in, there's no opportunities for you, you don't get seen. The only way you get seen, and I understand it, because this also works in like the working environment as well to a degree, where you kind of find someone that's doing well. Know. Yes, you find someone that you know, and he or she kind of like helps you to get up. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, but I feel like that is only to people that are known. I think we have to make it very clear that we're specifically talking about the entertainment industry, and the issues that people face within the entertainment industry. Now, I'm not saying that I'm in the industry whatsoever, so I can't really speak for it as a whole. But from what I see as a viewer of like music, or listener of music, and a viewer of YouTube channels and movies and all that kind of stuff, it's like there is this issue where it is the same bunch of people that are just all over the place, and for me that can't make sense, because there are loads of people which you can look at on social media that might not have the same following as some of these people, that I'm like, you can easily have done this role. Like, how is it that you're not able to get this role? And how is it you're telling me that these people are not seeing you? I'm telling you, people are seeing you. So how is it that everyone else that's on here watching all these folks that are on YouTube, whatever, is seeing these other people, but the execs are not seeing these people, but still going to the same old. It's like, it is very clicky, and they can't argue against that person. And one thing I want to say before Kesi says earlier, I'm not saying that there's people out there that will bring other people through, because we've met a few people that are just genuinely good people and are willing to, open up doors and do everything. We've met them, we've seen them. So it's one of those ones, we're not saying that there's not people out there, but if we're looking at minority and majority is just a clique, and they're doing their thing. And like Toby said, it's not that they can't see you. People can see you. People are watching. It's just that it feels like, when... I don't even want to say it like this. Let me leave my point there. Anyway, what about you?
One thing that I don't like about the UK scene is the overfamiliarity.
Oh, so we're all talking about the same thing?
Not necessarily.
That's different for sure.
So for me, the overfamiliarity shows up as in a number of different ways. One of them being, if I criticize someone who I don't know, it feels like a bigger insult because we're too
roads apart.
Like the degree of separation is too close. So there's a level of overfamiliarity there. There's another level of overfamiliarity to the point where people who consume other people's content, I'll use Nella Rose as an example. She's got a really big following. People are afraid to say, or they don't like to say, that they are Nella Rose fans. They don't like hearing that word fans here in the UK. If you're in the US, people will say, I stan Jada Wader. I stan this person. I stan that person. Here in the UK, saying that you stan anybody here, it feels like, I don't want to be a beg. I don't want to be a beg. There's that element. There's also another level of overfamiliarity that I'm not going to go into at this moment. I'll come to that later. So those are my two things in regards to overfamiliarity in the UK.
Yeah, but what about... So you just brought up something that was very interesting.
Go ahead.
I feel one of the biggest issues that we do have is the idea of being a beg. I think we're all growing up on the idea of being a beg and that being a thing that you do not do. So maybe that is something that we have an issue with from the ground up. It's one of those ones that from a young age, everyone's been like, don't be a beg. Why are you fangirling over this person? Why are you overreacting by you seeing a celebrity? Why are you doing a bit too much? And we've carried that on into adult life. I feel like there's a lot of things which carried on into adult life, which I think is just purely childish. One of those being that you're a beg for showing that you actually like something. You get what I mean? You're a beg for trying too hard to do something. You're a beg because now you stand out from the crowd when you're in a small group of people. You get what I mean? I feel like that's a quintessentially UK thing.
I definitely feel like that has stemmed from me personally, from me being younger, when, for example, there'll be someone that I see and people, like you said, will be like, oh, you're a beg. So now if I do see someone on road that I know that is that is a celebrity, because
Yeah.
we can't
Or well known, yeah.
These people are celebrities.
They are celebrities, yeah.
Like, and I don't know why in the UK that we don't think these people are celebrities.
That's what I'm saying. There's
They
a
are
level of
celebrities.
over familiarity where you feel like, oh yeah, that person's from South. Oh, I know them through that person. That person, I can't be their fan. Because they're from South.
But do you know what? Yeah, that's one thing, and as well, if I compare to the US, it is a bit different.
No, the thing is,
Let me explain the reason why it's a bit different. Yeah, a lot of these people that we are calling celebrities, like I said, they are celebrities, but the way it is in the UK is that this person could also be your neighbor. Yeah, in the US, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong or challenge what I'm saying.
Yeah.
In the US, for example, if we were in the US, I'm not going to be living in the same neighborhood as Gunna or Young Thug. They're in those big mansions that are in like Beverly Hills or in wherever it is.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be living beside me.
Yeah, but
so there's not that proximity there. For
yeah,
me
but
to
even
feel like
because even like Stormzy doesn't live among us. Dave does not live among us. Central C does not live among us. Even Chip lives in the countryside.
True. Okay.
So that doesn't even fly.
Fair
it genuinely comes. And another thing as well, which is a very key point as to why we can't compare the UK and the US on this this category, is that the US is not only bigger in terms of it being a country, it's a bigger stage, it's a bigger platform.
Yeah,
so if Gunna and Young Thug become famous in the US, they're still like...
They're globally famous.
They're 10, 12 times, their fan base is already 10 to 12 times the fan base because of the size of that country.
US,
So
yeah.
I was gonna say something, which I feel like, I'm not sure you guys will agree with me, but it actually just blew my mind just now.
Go ahead.
Something that we have an issue with in the UK, as you clearly said, is the idea of a UK celebrity.
Yeah.
And especially within the black entertainment industry.
Yes.
We have an issue with that big time. And I've noticed, I literally just saw it now. Look at Damson Idris. As soon as he broke America and he became a celebrity out in America,
Yeah.
do you see Damson Idris as a UK celebrity, or do you see him as a worldwide celebrity right now?
A
I
worldwide
see him as a
celebrity.
worldwide celebrity.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah.
He was doing
as well.
movies way before he was in Get Out or whatever.
This guy was
even
in
though Get Out, exactly.
Johnny
Even though
English.
Johnny English. Even though Get Out was one of those breakout kind of movies for him, yeah. But even if I'm honest, it wasn't until a few years after that I actually, in my mind, for some reason, he became celebrity status. You know what I mean? So now that I really think about it, from my point of view, now that I'm sitting down saying it, Stormzy, for me, is a bigger celebrity than Damson Idris in terms of what he's achieved, right? But when you put them on a threshold and look at them, Damson Idris is always going to be seen as higher than Stormzy. Why is that?
Do you know what? No, I don't agree with you. The only reason why, yes, if you're looking, actually I can't even say because I don't know what both their pockets are saying.
Will you feel like you have some sort of over-familiarity with Stormzy compared to you with Damson Idris?
Oh, yeah,
Would you
100%.
ever be able to say to yourself, unless you've been in the room with them two before, that I will probably get closer to Stormzy than I would be able to get to Damson Idris?
100%. If both of them were in the room, obviously I wouldn't approach either one. But if I was ballsy and be like, okay, which one would I approach first? I'll approach either one, to be honest. But what I do want to say is that if I was looking at them both in regards to who's more of a celebrity, is Damson Idris. And that's only because of what he's done with Snowfall.
But that's the issue, because really and truly, if you really think about it, Stormzy, for me personally, his career has been, even though Snowfall is an American TV show, which obviously creates a platform in the end already.
It's now a classic.
What Stormzy has done is he's basically worldwide now, isn't he?
He is worldwide. He is worldwide. He's 100% worldwide. Don't get it twisted. He's 100% worldwide. But there's just something about Damson Idris, not only with Snowfall, he's dating Laurie Harvey. He cemented himself in the celebrity space a little bit differently.
But Stormzy's dating what's her name?
Maya Jama. But
It's not
Maya
the same.
Jama isn't.
And why would you say that?
Maya Jama isn't Laurie
Is she not
Harvey.
a celebrity?
She 100% is a celebrity.
Maya Jama, if anything, is more a celebrity than Laurie Harvey.
No.
Laurie Harvey's a socialite.
Yes, she is, but
She
she's
hasn't
also
done
Steve
anything.
Harvey's
She's a
daughter.
socialite.
Okay, so was Kim Kardashian.
Yeah,
So was what's her name? What's that? Paris Hilton.
But this is the thing. This is what I'm saying. Like, you got to remember that in context, yeah, America being the size of whatever it is, yeah, if you're going to put them side to side and say, what is our equal category to whatever there is, not saying based on the size.
Yeah.
Obviously, America's obviously bigger and they've got a further reach or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But if you're going to say in the UK, based on our scale, what is the side by side equal to what America has?
There's no
There is always a side by side equal. You just got to base it based on what we have.
I just think that the context of the size of the US, and not only the size of the US, the amount of impact and like the amount of eyes on the US, it's not just the fact that US is bigger, it's that a lot of people look at the USA as a template of like what it should be. Do you know what I mean? Countries in South America will look to America as like the basis. Like East Asian countries, they watch US sitcoms and base English on the US.
The standard.
So it's the standard as the US standard. So it's just not quite the same. I just can't compare them.
So then that means your argument, basically, what you're trying to say about we have an over familiarity within the UK and we don't see these people as celebrities is a valid thing then.
It's not to say that I don't think...
If we can't even accept the fact that America has its own celebrities and we have our own celebrities, and really and truly, when you put them side to side, this is America's celebrities, these are our celebrities.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're the same in terms of like their reach and their size, but American celebrity, if you look at the highest form of celebrity in America, who would that be?
Let's say Kim Kardashian.
Okay, so who is the highest form of celebrity in the UK?
That's Stormzy. Nah, I'm chatting shit. Probably not.
Won't be still what, like Ed Sheeran and all them, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you categorize Ed Sheeran as a celebrity?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so why wouldn't you categorize Stormzy as a celebrity?
It's 'cause
I would. I do.
It's not that we.
No,
don't.
I'm just saying in terms of the UK, like this is one of the issues that we have.
It's not that we don't. Like we said, it's that over familiarity. It's because we are in too, like, this is what I'm saying. There's too much close proximity to these people for it to garner that like celebrity feeling.
Yeah, that there's enough of it. And the thing is,
too close.
It's less about seeing them as a celebrity. It's more about us seeing ourselves as fans of that person. I don't think anyone can deny that Dave is a celebrity, that Stormzy is a celebrity, even Central C, he is a celebrity. I don't think it's difficult for us to acknowledge that fact, but I do think it's very hard for people to accept that someone like Nella Rose, who would be counted as a celebrity in America, that we can be a fan of hers. People don't like saying that they're fans of people that they follow and consume their content ridiculously. But we spoke about the big stuff. I want to come back to that because that's further down the line.
Yeah. One
of the questions that I've got here is about Cortez. And the reason why Cortez or Cortez is on the list is because this topic actually came off the back of a lot of criticism that Cortez was getting. How do I pronounce it?
I don't know, man.
I think it's Cortez. That Cortez was getting, or Cortez, that Cortez was getting off the back of I think it was the football shirts that he was doing on Twitter. Anyway, there was just like a lot of talk about Cortez as a brand, and like everyone had their stuff to say, but a lot of people were saying it in like their circle tweets, which for those of you who don't know is like close friends. So it was like everyone's like quietly talking about Cortez, myself included. I'm like, I want to talk about how I feel about the brand, but I don't want to say it publicly because mutuals, and I don't want people to think I'm being bad vibes or I'm not supporting a black business or da 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 da.
Yeah.
So the question that I've got here is, why do you think that people are so afraid to be loudly critical about the brand?
Because we're very polite in the UK. We've always been polite.
Do you know what? I wouldn't even say very polite. This guy will put you on blast on Twitter.
That's fine.
So,
but people do that in America.
But
they do it everywhere though. That's the thing. So why is it once again in the UK it's like we don't do this because that's gonna happen, but it happens everywhere else?
Do you know what? Yeah, the thing about the UK as well is that, or let me just focus on this situation. For me, from what I see from the outside looking in, because obviously I don't follow him, I don't really look at what's going on. I see what has happened already.
Yeah.
When people have said stuff about his thing, he'll put them on blast.
Yeah.
And me personally, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Some of the responses that I've seen from him, bro, like me being critical about something, yes, sometimes it's not easy to hear, sometimes it's not nice.
For sure.
But we should be able to openly criticize something, not be rude, criticize like, oh, I don't like this, or he has copied this, and cool. You can come back and challenge it, but don't be rude or disrespectful about it.
Yeah.
And that is what I've seen as responses from him. So if I know so-and-so is going to, one, copy my tweet and repost it and then say, I'm not saying this is what he said, but if I was in that shoe and I was going to copy the same format that one person does. And I was like, oh, look at what this dickhead said. Blah, blah, blah. What do you know about blah, blah, blah? You think after you putting that person on blast, which basically shows, okay, to me as a viewer, this is what I will do if this is what you're going to say about me. I'm not going to talk anymore.
Yeah.
Hence why I will talk in my group.
Yeah.
And I will say what I want in my group because one, people are scared. People are like, people love their status on Twitter. No one wants to be called a dickhead or no one wants to be called out for whatever they say. So that is the reason why no one's going to talk about that.
It's not just a fact of like they don't want to be called out by
Twitter.
Clint.
Yeah.
It's like what comes after that. Everybody knows that Cool Tease and Clint have a cult following. They've got
100%.
a brand with a bunch of people that are just ready to do whatever he says. You've seen like he'll send a location and
scary,
hundreds of people. Do you know what I mean? It's a sick following, but when you couple that with like
The proximity again.
the proximity, but I'll come back to that. But it's more so when you couple that with like his reaction to people's thoughts on his brand, where he will happily, as it is his right,
100%.
to respond to something that someone has said about his brand. As someone with a large following, and I will say this about anybody, it's not just about Cortez, anybody that has a large following, you have a level of responsibility in the way that you respond to certain people
100%.
because it comes with a bigger impact. It's not just you saying one thing to that person, it's you and all your followers saying something to that person. So you have to keep that in mind, that is what you're going to put on somebody. If that's something you're happy to do, whatever. So that's the first thing. But also I think like, I do think there's definitely something of like, Clint is our star boy. He is the guy that's grafted for years and he's brought this amazing brand that's gone worldwide and it's doing great for himself. And like, he's obviously modeling for brands that we've loved for years. Supreme, Aimé Leon Dore, like all of them. He's doing bits for himself. We're all very happy for him. And that has not changed. However, people have noticed things about Cortez, whether it's the quality of the t-shirts, which aren't great, whether it's the some of the football shirts that he brought out that were very similar to other football shirts that other people highlighted and said, oh, where's the originality here? X, Y, Z, and got met with all sorts of reactions. I think there needs to be a way in which people can share their opinion without fear of being met by the founder of the company to beat their ass.
Is that just one example though? Is that a general UK thing or is that just one example that we have?
I think if we use another example that I'm going to give is not last year, maybe it might be last year. When was the first GRM gala? Was it last year? Anyway,
no, I think this
might be
is
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
So the one of the last GRM galas where young Steph came wearing jeans to a gala, that deserves criticism. It doesn't matter who it is. If you go to a gala, you shouldn't be wearing jeans. You should be wearing like a suit. If that's what the dress code is. And people criticized him and said, "Why is he wearing jeans?" And he went and responded to nearly every single person, saying, "You're broke. You don't have the money. You're da da da." And the thing is, like, this happens all the time. If someone criticizes something
in the UK,
I personally see it more here than anywhere else. And again, I'm really, really trying not to compare it to the US, but we have to get to a point where it's like you are prepared to fight because you know that it feels close to home. There is a level of over-familiarity that I feel like is on both sides where people feel like, how can it be a personal attack? I don't know. You're just wearing jeans to a gala. And I want to talk about the fact that you shouldn't wear jeans to a gala. Or maybe it's the fact that maybe because we haven't addressed like the celebrity versus fan status, if a celebrity knew that they were a celebrity and they knew that there were fans, which are of a, I guess, certain tier, level, place, whatever, maybe they would acknowledge the fact that they don't actually need to respond to this person's opinion because they're just a fan. Yeah. But I feel like there's just too much of this. Like, it's just so personal. Like, if I say something, I shouldn't be worried that I'm going to hear something. Like,
I feel like, you're completely right. I feel like there's an issue from the celebrity's point of view where it's like, why do you feel the need to have to go and respond back to everyone? I feel like at the same time, from both points, both sides, there's an issue of where it's like everyone's creativity. You got to remember that not everyone's going to like what you've done.
Right.
Not everyone's going to side what you've done. Not everyone's going to treat you as this unicorn that, we got to protect this person. Like, you're going to have people out here that don't like your stuff, and that's just the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. Now, if we're supposed to all sit down and go around and comment on every single thing that everyone says that they don't like about what we have or what we do or what we're wearing,
we wouldn't be doing what we're doing.
Then how the heck do you expect anyone to progress? Like, why do you feel like you need to necessarily go on Twitter and respond to people's comments. I mean, I feel like that is a big issue that we do have in the UK, is that getting negative comments is not seen as constructive criticism. No matter how stupid or how foolish the response could be from the person, or the comment could be, it could be a joke, it could be whatever. You're literally supposed to take that and continue running with your art.
Yeah,
100%.
You should not have the time to be going back to sit down and respond to
Criticizing
people.
every single person.
100%.
Because it's not killing your brand. Really and truly, Cortez as an example, your brand is still flourishing.
Yeah.
Relevant of what people are
But
thinking.
do you know what I think? Even what he does, in regards to like responding and how he responds and all that, I think that's even part of his brand as well. I feel like that's part of his brand.
It is.
And like Kesi says, I think as someone that owns a brand, obviously, like, people do need to be careful with how they respond, because your followers will act the same way.
Yeah.
Simple as.
Yeah.
Very true. That's very true.
So like, if that's the type of like way you're acting, your cult followers are going to embrace it and act the same way as well. So yeah, anyway, next thing I want to ask is, what do you think about Stormzy's music?
Stormzy's music?
Yes.
Now? Or of all time?
Now.
Stormzy music right now for me is not doing it for me. It's that simple. It's not what everyone thinks it is. I feel like Stormzy for me, when he first started out, he's changed genre, and he's now doing a lot of stuff which we're definitely not used to. And I feel like when he brought out the album that had what's that song? 'Cause I know I'm gonna butcher the name of that song. Blinded by
your grace, by your grace.
It was refreshing to have heard something that was very, very different.
It was so nice.
But
what was that called again? Heavy is the Hit? No, that wasn't Heavy. Heavy is. It's something in Gang Signs.
Is the one where he's got all the people sitting on the table?
Yeah.
Like the Last Supper.
Gang Signs and Prayer.
There you go. So for me, that album was very, very refreshing, very good to hear something from a grime artist, a rich person that's originally grime artist.
Yeah.
And he broke into a scene which I wasn't really sure exactly what that was, but I enjoyed it. I think since that point, it gets to a point where in the UK, we support, and we chuck someone on a pedestal until the point where it's like,
you're asking yourself, why do I support this person?
What's he doing?
Yeah, like what exactly is this person giving now to still be on that pedestal?
Yeah.
There's definitely other people out there that I feel like could easily be on this pedestal now. You know what I mean? Not saying that you're not a legend, not saying that you're not someone that has put the work in to get where you are. You're there, yes. But I do not want to see someone pop into the conversation of, oh yeah, this person is running the game or is the top of the country, based on what they're putting out, which is not on the same level as other people that are putting in more work, personally. I've heard a few of Stormzy songs recently, and for me, they're not it.
Yeah.
They're just not it. A lot of them are listen once, okay, it's not getting saved into my library. Some of them, the music videos, it was a big thing. That Mel made me do a music video, amazing video.
Yeah.
Perfect. Did anyone save that song on their phone? I highly doubt it. You know what I mean? And that's not because of, I feel like, not because he's not trying, because I feel like he is trying to do his thing and he's trying out different things. It's just because you're just not the person anymore.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
For me personally, and I'm even shocked because when you was talking about it, I had to really think about it. I'm not mad at Stormzy's music right now. Me personally, I'm not mad at it. It's not my, like, not all the... Okay, my type of music right now is kind of like that go-getter music, yeah? The type of music that I see from him, there's just different types. There is the music where, like, I've got fuck off money and like none of you can chat to me. There is like the spiritual side to him, which was on his last 3 albums. Yeah,
there's always a part of it.
That's been a large focus. I feel like his music is now capturing all the different aspects of Stormzy, so you might get a different Stormzy every single time. Would I say that Stormzy should be... Let me start that again. Stormzy should be where Stormzy is right now.
Agreed.
He's done what he's had to do. He's made his money. He's successful. He is an icon in the UK. Yeah. In regards to how he's got to where he is, the type of music he was making before was obviously a reason to where he got himself right now.
Yeah.
Now he's established a lot of relationships
And he's an entrepreneur.
Not even just an entrepreneur, but his character and who he's created himself to be, and his team have created him to be. has now put him in the position that he's in. So the position that he's in, he definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
From a music standpoint, can you call him the top artist in the UK? I wouldn't say that.
No,
I can't say that.
Agreed.
The music that he produces, the odd one here and there, I like. I do like. One thing I do love about Stormzy's movement right now is the way he's supporting the black culture.
And he's bringing people up.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's really, really like representing the black culture.
and putting his money where his mouth
That's
is.
it. Like he's really, really supporting, bringing people out. Like he's bringing people out, not just putting people in his videos, but even like his birthday and the events that I'm seeing that he's doing. That's it. That I'm just seeing is like it's predominantly
His Cambridge
black. Like
scholarships as well.
He's one of those people that is really trying to like, okay, you know what, we need to like stand up.
Yeah.
And that's what I like.
Yeah.
Music wise, no, he isn't the top rapper or artist in the UK.
Yeah.
He makes decent music. I like that his music shows him as an authentic person and shows all the different aspects of him. But would I call him the top artist in the UK or top 5 artists in the UK? No.
Yeah, I agree. I think the one thing that I do want to say about Stormzy is that favour isn't fair. And that is one thing my mom has said to me, my friend Siobhan has said to me so many times, favour is not fair. And I genuinely see God shining in Stormzy's life.
Yeah, 100%.
For real.
100%.
So what Stormzy has is like is perfectly in line with what Stormzy deserves.
Yeah, and what God has for him.
Yeah, and I will do nothing but wish him the best for what he does and for the charity that he puts forward and the way in which he glorifies God. For me, it's a win-win all round.
Yeah.
Now, what I will say is that because of how successful Stormzy is and because of how well liked he is and the fact that he's endorsed by our favourite influencer, Melissa's Wardrobe, it's very easy to like him and believe that he can do no wrong. And so sometimes I feel like there has been an ongoing conversation where people are mad afraid to criticise Stormzy's music because he's the golden boy and we love him so much.
Yeah.
It is okay to want success for someone and to also highlight that things are lacking if they are lacking.
Yeah.
Heavy as the Head was not a good album for me.
No.
I didn't enjoy that album. It went in a direction that I felt like I didn't need to see from Stormzy. However, one thing I will say, we spoke about this in a previous episode about being a star and having more about you than your music.
Yeah.
I believe Stormzy has done that.
100%.
I believe Stormzy has done the work. He's toured internationally. He's gone to Europe. He's got that fan base there. He didn't need the American cosign necessarily, but he does have it. And he's done the work that he needs to do. He's been a lovable person. He showed up at the awards. He did like what you said. He followed through on his word. He got Cambridge scholarships for people, Murky Books, Murky Fest. He brought back Keisha the Skit through his publishing company. There are so many reasons for us to love Stormzy as a UK icon. The music isn't necessarily the focus, but then people are afraid to talk about the music because we love him for everything else.
Yeah.
We have to be able to do both.
100%. And that goes for every artist.
That's it. You have to be able to do both. And if I may just finish, one thing that I will say, another artist who's very successful and their music is not good is Fredo. And I don't know why he is rated as highly as he is from a musical perspective because he's killing it with Kick Game and he's killing it as like a character. His personality is jokes. I think he's someone who's great on camera. I think he's sick for a lot of reasons. I'm not excited to ever hear, I've never been excited to hear a Fredo verse in my life.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, it's the same conversation that we need to have where we can say one thing and also feel another thing and both things can exist at the same time.
Do you know
period.
what it looks like? Because obviously in regards to the question, I think we've answered the question. But I think in regards to the people that we're speaking about right now, the one thing I will say that they all have in common is that their teams have marketed, positioned them, styled them, sculpted them as a brand perfectly.
It's called legendary status.
That I wouldn't say legendary.
It is legendary status.
I would say it's definitely a very, very, very high status.
Why don't you want to call him a legend?
What, Stormzy? I don't. Would I call Stormzy a legend?
He's a legend in the UK still.
Shall I tell you why it's legendary status?
Yes, he is a legend.
Because
in the UK,
most people, when most people that reach legendary status can almost do no wrong. Because no matter what they do, whether it's rubbish or whether it's not seen as on par of what's out right now, it will always still be seen as good because it's that person.
Yeah.
It's the person that did this. It's the person that brought out that song that was that took over the nation. They can never do no wrong, which is a big problem, especially in the UK, because once we do put a person on a pedestal, we have seen that almost has been, as you said, packaged so well and can do no wrong. It's almost as if it's like that person there, it's like you can't touch them. They're just there. But once again, as I said, I don't want to make the comparison, but it is the same in the US. It's like people that have touched legendary status. Jay-Z can do a bar on a song here which isn't actually that great.
Yeah.
But
Which
because
he has
he's
been
Jay-Z,
doing.
Fair.
Yeah.
no issues, no problem. That's you got Jay-Z on
Fair
your song.
shout.
You know what I mean?
Great point. Great
It
point,
was
great
I can't
point.
remember what song it was recently that I heard
got it.
Fredo on it, and I was just like, I heard Fredo's verse, and I was just like, what
Is
the
it
heck?
Toxic Trait?
Yeah, I think it was. I was just like, what the heck is this?
That's the
But
one with Stormzy.
With
in it,
Stormzy.
yeah, but people are like, yeah, this is a good song. It was like, bro, like for real?
Like,
I do want to say Angel in the Marble is a fantastic song. That's Stormzy's new song.
Okay, I've heard it.
It's you have the
one?
the video I showed you in the car.
Which one?
I was singing it. I'll sing it later.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
the new one. Yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
heard it. I didn't hear anything in the car. What are you talking about?
No,
Angel in the Marble. You're the one that
it's a
plays it
separate
all the
subject.
time.
Oh yes. That
song is fantastic. That song is beautiful.
That's it. It's a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful
We'll play it
song.
on the way.
I'm not connecting the name to the song.
No, don't worry. It's a beautiful song. But all I'm gonna
I
say,
was gonna sing. Don't do it.
all I'm gonna say,
Outside.
there are certain artists, because I think it more relates to the artist than any other segment in the entertainment industry. There's certain artists that have the right team that have created this Mona Lisa.
Sorry.
But if I may, though, I do think that while yes, Stormzy's team has definitely been a big help in
Stormzy,
this.
Fredo, Dave,
Yeah.
Santander.
Dave
Let
can
me
still
just-
make good music.
Let
by
me
the
just
way.
speak on Stormzy for now. While I do think that Stormzy's team have been instrumental in his success and him picking the right people and having the right people around him, his personality and God's favor,
100%.
I've got to be heavy on
Yes,
that one
yes,
because
yes,
it's mad.
From what I
Yeah.
can see, because I haven't met him personally, from what I can see and from the people that I know that know him,
Yep.
yeah, he sounds
His
like
personality is
Proximity.
yeah.
proximity. He sounds like a great guy.
Yeah, personality is fantastic. And I just feel like those things, they do shine through when it's time to do music.
Yeah, I hear
Burna
it.
Boy,
Yeah, I've heard some interesting
Stefflon Don.
things.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Now, so I have a question and maybe we should start thinking about rounding up soon. But the question that I wanted to ask was, do you think that there could be a UK equivalent to
The
Breakfast Club?
I wish they could. I think they could. I think it could. I think it could be executed great.
Okay.
The Breakfast Club had a big character on it.
Charlemagne.
I'm not going to talk about
McGee.
DJ Envy and Angie McGee because those two could be anybody in my opinion.
It
when
could.
comes to Breakfast Club.
Yes, agreed.
I'm
You
not.
need a Charlemagne that's not afraid
Who
to
is
get
a
rushed.
Charlemagne in the UK?
No,
Do you know who a Charlemagne is?
who?
Young Spray, Tiny Boost,
I was
Billy
gonna
the
say
Goat.
Alhan.
No.
I don't want to see Alhan.
The thing is, yeah,
I get what
know,
you're saying.
I know, but he for me is the only person which I could.
I don't want to see
do-
Alhan.
do you-
I know, I don't either.
Do you know?
I really
do you know-
don't.
do you know-
I really don't.
Do you know the reason?
But he's
why,
the only person.
Do you know the reason why he couldn't? Charlemagne was someone that was
Respected.
very not respected. He. How can I say? He was cutthroat, straight to the point.
Yeah.
Didn't really care. Alhan is straight up disrespectful.
Yes.
That's it.
Charlemagne
That's what I
was
said, respect.
Charlemagne will.
He's brutally honest.
No, he's brutally honest.
Yeah.
You will come on, yeah. Let's say not you, but a character.
Yeah.
You're not a great artist.
Just look at Safari.
Safari.
Thank you.
Safari.
He will tell you.
Yeah,
bro,
Rapper 16. Yeah, doo-doo. Nah,
you
that
like, that ain't it.
dog.
That ain't
That
it.
wasn't it.
That
dog.
ain't
it.
that ain't disrespectful. That's just
it's-
brutally honest.
yeah.
Alhan is
Disrespectful.
straight up
Yeah.
disrespect.
Cancel Alhan.
Yeah.
That's
So
Alhan.
cancel Alhan, but maybe we
All
could
those
do
people-
Poets Corner.
He could work, but it wouldn't work because no.
He
Okay,
hasn't got the flair, man.
it's not even the.
He ain't got the
flair.
juice like that.
Not the Charlemagne juice.
Poet. From what I've
Pause.
seen, from
Denied.
Pause.
Denied.
From what? No, not for me. For him. What I've seen about Poet. If Poet wasn't Poet, it would work.
What is Poet missing to be Poet?
I don't know what it is. The thing.
Is it the fact that he's a little bit older?
No,
it's not ages.
It's, you know, it's not that.
To see what was what.
Okay. Let me say it this way, yeah.
And he said it that.
Let me say it this way, yeah. Because
thinking about it, I feel like Poet can do it then.
no, Poet is probably the closest thing I can see to Charlemagne, yeah. But at the same time, you know when certain people need to have the whole package.
Yeah, I think another
it.
person could be Julia Denuga.
No.
I feel like the reason why is that she's got the clout. People won't chat shit because she's an Adenuga.
No,
and also the fact that she's actually well versed in music.
Oh, 100%. But I don't think I have evidence of her being
Cutthroat.
Yeah.
You didn't see her on Gasworks? Where
Nah,
she told Alhan that she blocked him because she doesn't like him.
I didn't.
No,
see
but
her.
it's not that type of thing though. I don't know.
No,
what it
I know.
is.
No, I personally, I do believe that she would be a good.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's got the fire in her, and I do believe that she's well versed. I trust her music opinion, if not anything else, and I believe that she would give me the real.
But can I be honest? Are we looking at this the wrong way? I don't think the issue is who can do the job role. I feel like we've just named a few different people that could do the job
Could
role.
we accept it?
It's whether the UK and the artist can accept this.
And that's the thing.
I believe that the answer is no.
Yeah, because going back, and I think this is going to end it, it's the proximity. Because if you go onto my show, and let's say I'm Charlemagne, yeah. And I've got, let's say, Blade Brown or Tiny Boost or whoever it may be, some guy that is, he's a prominent person.
Yeah.
And in the streets, he's a prominent person. And you're rapping on my thing, yeah? And I say, nigga, that ain't it.
Yeah, you're getting rushed. You're getting rushed in 2 days.
I don't think I'll do anything.
By the time Toby.
And the reason why, because Tiny Booster, even specifically, even though he seems like that kind of person, but he was on, I can't remember.
Billy the Goat.
Billy the Goat.
It was such a good
and that
episode.
was really good. And Billy was really going for
That's
it too.
why. That's why I said Billy the Goat would be a good person. But
Yeah.
But one thing I will say though, yeah, and what you're saying is very, very key. There is a thing in the UK about being disrespected. Like we're still operating in like, you know, he disrespected me. Yeah, very much. Like
100%.
we're still in that sort of era, which is why people are so easily offended when they hear criticism because it feels like, hey, you violating me, Doug.
And
it's
can
one
I
of
say
them.
one more thing? That Billy the Goat one, yeah, it's kind of comedic.
Jokey, yeah.
It's comedic. It is comedic, but really and truly, it's pushing the barrier than what most of these things are doing.
But we
It
can't
really
keep
is.
passing things off as a joke.
And that's the issue. That's the issue. We can't pass it off as a joke.
And that's the reason why he couldn't be a Charlemagne.
No, he could be if
he
it wasn't
could.
passed off as a joke.
But let's forget comparing it to Charlemagne, like you said. I think that's right. Let's not do that. Let's focus on the fact that is it something that can work here in this country? Like we have a radio show, on No Signal, West to First, and like we will have opinions off air that we're not afraid to talk about. No one's afraid of anything, but like we're just like, there's no point in us doing that because it's just going to cause issues.
Backlash,
you can't keep saying this. Like there needs to be a way in which we can talk about. Oh, do you know what? Let's say we didn't like Unknown Teas Before the Smoke. Surely I can say I didn't like the album or the EP without being afraid that someone's going to come and find me, or if I'm in Hommit, I should lower my music.
Exactly.
What are we doing, guys?
Like I said, and like we've all said, it's that proximity shit.
I would love us to get to a point where we can have a breakfast club. I would like that. We saw the start of like something similar in terms of like reviewing what was in front of us. I can't remember the name of it on Trend Central. It was like a play on the Fashion Police show. I can't remember what it was called. With Esther Falana. And like the minute that Esther Falana wore something that no one liked, they were like, remember all those things that you said on the show?
Yeah.
We're coming back to get you now. And it's like, we're missing the point, which is that there needs to be a place where we can openly criticize something without like getting ready to insult someone or getting ready to like prepare to fight someone for that reason.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, as a nation, we just need to pick the right people to do these things, please.
I want to actually say one thing though, because maybe some of the stuff, are you consider some of the stuff as borderline disrespectful sometimes when people say stuff?
People say things that are disrespectful because they know that there's no other way to say it.
Okay, fair.
Because you're not going to take it in a good way if I say it nicely.
What?
And what?
Do you mean me as a celebrity responding back to you?
No.
The criticizing
people criticizing. It's two things. Is that what I said? But the main thing is that the UK is bad vibes. Let's just start there.
For sure.
Oh,
The UK is bad vibes. And
we act like our shit don't stink, bruv.
it's that, and also the fact that like people get their rocks off to get in traction, to get in engagement online. So naturally the best thing for you to do is say the worst thing, is say the most hurtful thing.
Yeah.
And so sometimes that's why I'm like, I do want to go back to what I was saying about Clint. Like, I understand sometimes why he gives the responses that he gives when people they can be disrespectful.
Fair.
However,
fans.
I think if you come at me with an insult and I come at you with a gun, there's a difference, and that must be acknowledged.
One barks a lot louder.
Come on, one barks a lot louder. It's a fact.
One barks once, and that's
my
it.
take on that. Yeah, one bark and someone's not barking again. So there's that.
There ain't no roof.
Hey man, down. So there's definitely that. However, I think if there was a place where people could openly and constructively share their criticism, I think people would be a lot nicer online, because they know that their criticism can still be well received without hiding behind a burner or having to say it in their close friends.
And that's the thing about social media as well.
So
social media, people, because of that filter, which is the app, people just say as much shit.
Yeah, of course. You're going to have people that just say things just because it's the internet and they know they're not going to get caught. But I do think if we work on one, I think it would help the other. I think it would balance out the room to have those conversations without people retorting to the dark side of the web where they just have to say nasty things.
Honestly, and this is probably the last thing I'm going to say, is that I really, really wish and hope the UK can be a place where there's just a lot more. There's a spread of opportunities, and people can come through. Not there is this tiny door. What's that Bible verse? Can a camel fit through the needle's eye? That's how it feels right now with the
Does it say camel?
Yeah, the camel fit through the needle's eye. That's exactly how it's. That's exactly how it's
called, my lord.
That's exactly how it feels in the UK.
It's hard.
That's exactly how it feels in the UK, and there's only a few of us that can fit through that needle eye.
Yeah, I think through that needle eye. I think there are two different conversations being had here. But the one that is very important to me is that I feel like, there should be more of an opportunity for people, not the same old people, to have more opportunities. However, I do have to acknowledge how difficult that can be because of the way life works. And that it is easier to go off of a referral. So if I have a business and you tell me to trust you that Tobi is the man for the job, then I know I'm gonna do that.
No, because at the end of the day,
you're hired, man.
If you don't do your thing,
why you gotta do me? No, it's someone else. Someone else.
So for example,
I'm saying you're hired, isn't it?
For example, if I was to bring someone in and I am someone that is credible,
because I trust Michael. That's where, as I say, yes, it's easier than me looking outside
and risking it.
Yeah, so I do understand how. Close the fourth wall. I do understand.
Take that wall down.
I do understand how things work out that way.
Yeah.
And I see it happening in real time. So I'm not going to speak too much on that one because it's one of them. It is what it is. Yeah. However, I will say.
Stop working this place.
Low. It hasn't been on this whole time, mate. I've been sweating up. It's time to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say, I maybe this should be our last final question. So let's do that. Yeah. Quick fire. What do you think is one thing that we could do to build a healthier dynamic around constructive criticism in the UK?
That's systematic.
That's hard.
It is systematic.
I don't think there's like one thing you can do. This is like a ground up kind of thing that you have to do.
That's like someone asking you what's going to be...
how can you end racism?
Because
how can you end... how can you improve on taking self-criticism? And someone's been telling you...
True.
It's like Tobi said, it's something that you are either groomed from young to, accept criticism. If you at this age,
you're speaking on a personal aspect, and while I do agree with that, I think you're right. Like, not everyone's going to take criticism well. I don't think young Steph will ever change. He likes to respond to people. That's just like how he is. Yeah, using him as an example, it ain't no problem. But one thing I do think is that there is not a dynamic, there's not a space that exists currently where celebrities are okay with the idea of being criticized online without it being taken as haters.
I think
Okay.
what you
I
said
don't think
about
that exists.
around like the fashion police thing and things like that, just having spaces where there are shows where people are actually actively just being able to
criticize.
Yeah.
criticize. It's like Fashion Police in America really got very big.
Yeah, it
and it
did.
was literally like one of the biggest shows out there.
Yep.
And they all just criticizing people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or they were just basically commenting on things. And it was okay. People
Yeah.
didn't take it as harshly. Some people did. Same thing happened with Wendy Williams. People
Yep.
took her criticism.
Yeah.
She was
and
mad though.
took it on the chin.
She
Like,
did a
you know
bit
what I mean?
much.
Yeah, she took
some
it on the
people
chin as well.
do a bit much,
Mm.
but you can see that there is platforms where that is something that people are doing and the masses generally accept it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing like that here. Maybe that might be a beginning starting point.
Yeah.
I don't know. Outside that, it is systematic.
Yeah,
And
I think
some
you're
people
right.
need to go and get some therapists.
The whole of the UK.
Boy.
All right, guys, that brings us to the end of a very intense episode.
Lack of AC.
We're so happy to be back,
Yes, we
but
are.
we cannot wait to leave this place is hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, I think we are okay to round up. You can find us on our socials by searching Happen Then Some on everything: YouTube,
Yup.
SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Where else? Instagram and also X, but don't look there, we shouldn't be there. And then also Threads as well. Okay, you find all of those things, they are available. Take those sunglasses off, Skepta.
Glasses off.
Cool. All right, that brings us to the end of today's episode. MBT, do we have any other business?
This is episode 135. I got my Ray-Bans on.
Flip side.
And this is Hyper Then Some.
We
And
bid you
we're
shout
out.
at do.
Peace.